Hello and welcome to Idea TV News Update. I am Chinatu Oji. Let's begin with the headlines. NCF partners and launch initiative to combat deforestation in Nigeria. Central African States advanced plan for regional digital cooperation body. TOGO drafts national strategy to guide the use of AI. New gold projects position Zimbabwe for higher output in coming years. Libya to decommission 70 telephone exchanges in network modernization plan. Away from Africa, U.S. lawmakers demand answers over HEGSETH Venezuela boat strike claims. In health, World AIDS Day, First Lady urges Nigerians to intensify fight against HIV. In business, KANO and DANGOTE Group deepen industrial partnership at International Trade Fair. In sports, winners emerge ahead of OBASA Games football finals. The news info declined by 13%, making the country one of Africa's fastest deforesting nations. The partnership aims to engage businesses in restoring ecosystems, creating green jobs, and safeguarding the nation's natural heritage. The initiative will also build awareness and capacity for nature-positive action across key sectors, helping companies integrate biodiversity and climate considerations into their operations. By linking business strategy with national development priorities, the program seeks to advance sustainable development goals on climate action and life on land, while fostering a resilient and sustainable economy. Moving on, 6 Central African countries are moving forward with plans to create a regional digital agency, the Conference of Public Entities for Digital Development in Central Africa. The founding acts and the sub-regional digital strategy framework were finalized during a 2-day meeting in Kinshasa, Democratic Republic of the Congo, with participation from the Republic of the Congo, Gabon, the Central African Republic, Burundi, and Chad. The initiative aims to strengthen digital sovereignty, harmonize regulatory frameworks, and pool technological solutions across the region. Officials say CADNAC will enable Central African countries to coordinate strategies, enhance digital infrastructure, and position the sub-region more prominently within Africa's rapidly growing digital economy, projected to reach $712 billion by 2050. Experts highlight that improving access to digital technologies is crucial for economic growth, innovation, and job creation in sub-Saharan Africa. However, challenges remain, including limited network coverage, infrastructure quality, affordability, and a significant gender gap in digital access. CADNAC is expected to serve as a regional platform addressing these challenges and fostering socio-economic development. Moving on, TOGO is developing a national artificial intelligence strategy aimed at guiding. This initiative builds on prior efforts, including technical education programs and the 2024 Grand Atelier du Digital, which laid the groundwork for national innovation and digital governance. The forthcoming strategy is expected to provide clear guidelines for public services, promote local research, and establish a regulatory framework for AI use in Togo. Meanwhile, Zimbabwe is set to boost gold production in the coming years with a series of new mining projects. Caledonia Mining plans to launch its Bilboes gold mine by 2028 with forecast of 1.55 million ounces over 10.8 years. Meanwhile, Namib Minerals is also preparing to restart its Red Wing and Mazoe mines, and Britain's Ariana Resources is advancing the Dokwe project, signaling increased investment in the country's gold sector. These developments come amid a 60% surge in global gold prices and a strong performance from Zimbabwe's small-scale miners, who produced 38.4 tons of gold in 2024. The government aims to generate $12 billion in mining revenues, with total mining exports reaching $5.56 billion in 2024, including contributions from platinum, lithium, and diamonds. Key challenges remain, including securing financing and ensuring an investment-friendly regulatory environment. Caledonia is seeking $484 million for Bilboes, while Namib Minerals and Ariana Resources continue funding discussions. Zimbabwe's Chamber of Mines projects national gold output will rise to 42 tons in 2025, reinforcing the country's position as one of Africa's leading gold producers. Meanwhile, Libya is set to phase out 70 traditional telephone exchanges as part of a major telecom modernization effort led by Hatif Libya. a subsidiary of the state-owned Libyan Post, Telecommunications and Information Technology Holding Company. Fixed line services will be transferred to Libya Telecom and Technology, which will provide upgraded services using newer technologies, while existing ADSL subscribers will continue service until fiber optic projects are completed. The modernization plan includes expanding fiber networks and rolling out nationwide 4G and 5G coverage alongside digital transformation initiatives such as network automation and virtualized systems. LPTIC has partnered with France's Infranum and Engage network optimization firm PI Works to support these upgrades, aiming to improve service quality, increase coverage, and strengthen Libya's position as a regional telecom provider. The government says digital infrastructure is a key driver of reconstruction and socio-economic development. Libya ranks 226 globally on the United Nations E-Government Development Index, scoring high in telecom infrastructure but lower in online services and human capital. Completion of the modernization project is expected by 2026, marking a significant step in Libya's digital transformation. Let's go on a quick break now. The news continues when we return.
(5G) technology. 5G technology promises to be a game-changer by delivering ultra-fast internet speeds, low latency, and the ability to connect millions of devices seamlessly. It's going to fuel the future of smart cities, autonomous vehicles, and IoT devices, allowing them to communicate in real time. However, 5G rollout isn't without hurdles. High costs of infrastructure and regulatory
initial attack. The reports published by the Washington Post claim that Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth instructed forces to kill everybody on board a vessel targeted in early September. Hegseth has denied the claims, calling them fabricated and inflammatory, while President Donald Trump has expressed full confidence in his defense secretary. The controversy comes amid an expanded U.S. military presence in the Caribbean, targeting suspected drug smuggling boats off Venezuela and Colombia. The strikes have killed more than 80 people since early September, and lawmakers from both parties have voiced concern that targeting survivors of a strike could constitute a war crime under international law, including the Geneva Conventions. Republican and Democratic members of the Senate and House Armed Services Committees have pledged bipartisan oversight to investigate the allegations. Venezuela's National Assembly condemned the strikes and announced plans for its own investigation, accusing the U.S. of escalating regional tensions. Legal experts know that under international law, including provisions in the United Nations Convention on the Law of the Sea, lethal force against vessels in international waters is generally restricted, with non-lethal measures preferred unless in specific exceptions such as hot pursuit. The situation continues for the U.S. and its operations in the Caribbean. In health now, Nigeria's First Lady Senator Oluremi Tinubu has called for renewed efforts to end HIV and AIDS in the country by 2030, speaking to mark World AIDS Day 2025, themed Overcoming Disruptions, Transforming the AIDS Response. She emphasized the need to revamp national strategies to combat the virus and highlighted the progress Nigeria has made in prevention, treatment, and care. Tinubu urged young Nigerians to take responsibility for their health by knowing their HIV status and seeking treatment if necessary. She also called on communities to show compassion and support for people living with HIV, stressing the importance of eliminating stigma and discrimination. Observed globally every December 1, World AIDS Day aims to raise awareness about HIV and AIDS, support those affected, and remember lives lost to AIDS-related illnesses. The First Lady concluded her message by encouraging all Nigerians to strengthen efforts towards an AIDS-free nation. In business now, KANO State and the Dangote Group say they're expanding their partnership to drive new industrial projects and strengthen social programs across the states. The announcement came as the company's pavilion drew large crowds at the 46th KANO International Trade Fair, where officials highlighted ongoing collaborations aimed at boosting economic activity and business growth. KANO's Commissioner for Investment and Commerce, Shehu Sagagi, said the state government is reinforcing its ties with the Dangote Group to enhance trade capacity and accelerate private sector participation. A central project in the partnership is the development of a world-class rice milling plant intended to increase local rice production and meet national and international processing standards. The trade fair's organizers also confirmed that Dangote Group remains its major sponsor, as the event hosts about 100 organizations and more than 1,000 exhibitors. The Dangote Group is supporting several social initiatives in KANO, including large-scale food security program, nutrition interventions, and micro-grants for women and vulnerable groups. The foundation distributed 120,000 bags of rice and over 10,000 iftar meals during the 2024 to 2025 period, and continues to provide therapeutic food for children facing severe acute malnutrition. Moving ahead, and finally in sport, 54 young athletes have emerged as champions across 6 sports at the 2025 OBASA Games in Lagos, securing their share of a 6 million naira prize pool. Competitors in chess, Scrabble, table tennis, lopon, boxing and athletics delivered standout performances, with Educational District 1 dominating several categories. Adu Samuel and Oke Dairo Thomason led the chess and Scrabble event, while Shodipo Eniola and Ganiu Lamilekon claimed top honors on the track in the under-18 categories. Boxing produced its own stars, with Karim Yusuf and Motala Yajai crowned champions. Anaya Olopon made a strong debut, with Kasali Adams taking gold. Table tennis also drew intense competition, showcasing rising stars across both the under-15 and under-18 divisions. Chairman of the local organizing committee, Moshood Ajibola, said the games have revealed impressive talents and reinforced confidence in the future of Nigerian sports. With finals concluded in 6 events, attention now shifts to the football knockout rounds, the grand finale scheduled for 13 December 2025. That's all we have for your Nigeria TV news update, but before we go, another recap of the headlines. NCF partners launched an initiative to combat deforestation in Nigeria. Central African State Advanced Plan for Regional Digital Cooperation Body. TOGO draft national strategy to guide the use of AI. New gold projects position Zimbabwe for higher output in coming years. Libya set to decommission 10 telephone or 70 telephone exchanges in network modernization plan. Away from Africa, U.S. lawmakers demand answers over HEGSETH Venezuela boat strike claims. In health, First Lady urges Nigerians to intensify fight against HIV and World AIDS Day. In business, KANO and Dangote Group deepen industrial partnership at International Trade Fair. In sports, winners emerge ahead of OBASA Games football finals. Do not forget to follow us across our different social media platforms at Idea TV. I am Chinatu Oji. Thank you for watching.